I'm gonna gronk on some dogs.
Shaver? Oh, what you looking at, you dog? I'll roll you, your dog. Oi, chuck us a ciggy, mate. You wanna fight, bro? What flavour, mate?
Hey guys, I just wanted to share my skin routine.
Shut your fucking mouth! No problem, John. Shut the fuck up, you cunt! Shut it!
I came to laugh at you.
It's Shopper Reed here. Now it occurred to me there might be kiddies watching, yeah? Hello, kiddies. Fucking hello. Hello.
Fucking hello. How we doing, boys and girls? Good to see you.
Hello.
Hello. Fucking hello. Yes. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. We are back with more Gronking on Dogs.
I'm gonna gronk on some dogs.
Gronking on Dogs, the #1 shill-free gaming tool.
Number one.
Number one.
Number
Now, Mozza
one.
he's over there. Mozza has some logic on why it's #1. Do you want to explain this, Mozza? And by the way, how you doing, you fucking dog?
I'm doing fucking awesome. 3 hours, new Apex, no more Storm Point. I can't fucking wait.
Hold on. Our symbols.
Are we starting the stream with Mazda Logic?
Yes.
So
I want to hear that.
we are actually the #1 gaming podcast in the world because we are the only gaming podcast 0% chill. 0% chill. So that makes us the best. #1.
All right, chat. You're gonna let me know how you decipher that logic. That's a riddle. Mozza's auditioning to play the Riddler in the next Batman movie, and quite frankly, I think the world's greatest detective would be fucking stumped on the shit that Mozza says. And yeah, that's how Batman would end up losing. But we have our first guest. We did our first episode last week. We did it just me and Mozza. We decided to bring a guest on this week. We've brought a brand new streamer, someone that you've definitely seen around in the chats, and he's just started streaming in the past, I want to say 8-9 days or something. But we couldn't get Mr. Insanity, so we had to get his Mexican equivalent, Senor Loco.
Hola.
How you doing, Mr. Insanity?
I'm good, man. I'm fucking tired, but I'm doing good, man. I got a lot to talk about when it comes to Warzone and the COD and everything right now.
Stayed up all night playing it, didn't you? Anyway, Warzone's going to be the main focus of tonight. We've got quite a few things to talk about. We are going to be checking out the Gotham Knights trailer that dropped about an hour ago. We'll check that out. Nintendo Direct just happened. We'll quickly burn over that. But the big thing to talk about is obviously the Warzone update, because that's where most of us have been putting a lot of time into. And, of course, the Apex stuff as well. Before we get into that, I want to get the chat open, see who's in here, and shout out everybody from being here. So we have Chad. Hello, Chad.
Shy.
Labs and Shy.
Shy.
Lethal, you're washed up.
Fucking hell.
I got nothing.
Our boy D-Day Direwolf is in here playing DNF Duel while I wait for it to start. Yes, DNF Duel has dropped. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I'll probably check it out tomorrow, though. I'm looking forward to giving that a go, man. I love myself a good fighting game, and I really like the beta.
What is that? What is the NF Duel?
It's a fighting game, 2D fighting game. Looks pretty cool, man. It's on PS4, PS5, and Steam. I played the beta on PS4, and it was, if you like fighting games, definitely recommend.
Oh, nice.
Ryan Reaper's here. A shy bar.
Eshai bar.
Skirmisher. Oh, a
Fucking
That's
skirmisher.
dog.
you fucking dog.
Mozza. Okay,
Hey,
Mozza's in
Sean.
here. Oh yeah, mate. Go nuts with some Vanguard zombies. None of that Black Ops 3 shit, low. Mozza, that one's in
Oh,
here.
shut the fuck up, Ryan. Your dog can't.
Biggles is here. Okay, I'm working a shit ton of work to do today. No worries. Biggles, thanks for being here. Dan Blackroyd. Mozza is a Gronk and a dog. How does he reconcile with that?
I don't think you can.
Fuck off, can't.
Happy Pride Month, Mozza. Hope you had the gayest time.
Dude, I don't understand why people keep calling me fat and gay. I'm actually not even that fat. Pretty slim.
But
I'm not even
you got
gay.
nothing for the gay part, though.
No, I'm not
When
gay.
people call you fat and gay, your main response is, I'm not fat.
I'm not gay or
boy.
fat.
No, just about that fat juicy dong.
We're gonna bring up his boyfriend a bit later as well. Mara's here. Hello, Mara. How you doing, Mara? Good to see you. Trey's here. Hello, Trey. Hope you're doing well, sir. Remy. I'm too tired to slap Mozza, but I'm a slap the like button anyway. Yes, thank you very much. Slap that like button till it goes as blue as Cortana's butt cheeks. Mozza's lying. He shills for his hubby Nick Merckx all the time. It's funny you mentioned that because we have some Nick Merckx stuff to talk about later. Yazan, hello Yazan, good to see you.
Good going.
Mozza is a white supremacist. This is true. This is true. Have you noticed how he doesn't have his bed sheets because he's been wearing them this whole time? Sean, g'day Sean. Hope you're doing well, sir. And middle long, last day off before you start a new job. Let's go.
Whee.
Let's go. Where's Jake the Snake? Jake the Snake is doing Jake the Snake shit. That's quite the chat. Thank you for being here. I think first things first, I kind of want to check out the Gotham Knights trailer that dropped about an hour ago. Mr. Insanity, before we went live, you were talking about how you've lost a lot of faith in this game.
Oh, 100%. I mean, because like when I think back to like just the very first one, like when I think of like Arkham Asylum, just the dark, gritty, like just kind of pure tone of like, oh shit, this is Batman. This feels Batman. You play it, I'm like, holy shit, I love like how like just dark and gritty and like how aligned with like this is, and then you get that to Arkham City, which I argue that's the best of the three.
Agreed.
Like 100%. That's the very best of them. And then even Arkham Knight, which I have some issues with that. I still thought it was like tonally, they all stayed in line. Like it completely said like, this is Gotham City. This is Batman. This is this world and all that. And when I'm watching this trailer for fucking Arkham Knights, it seems
you see
between the fucking bright colors and like just the tones, the attitude, I feel like this has just been like made fucking PG. It feels like it's just gonna be it's just kind of watered down as PG dog shit. It's not gonna be anywhere near that grit and that's
and seeing Red Hood kind of like jump around in the sky, kind of I don't know.
They've got like weird.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know how to describe it. It's like floating platforms,
and they call it. They call it Soul Essence or some shit. I said it's in like some interview, and I'm just like, what the fuck you on about?
It just seems like that's such a cheap dog shit gimmick for a character who doesn't need it, who shouldn't have it. Like, but if it's going to give me Red Hood, put a fucking gun in his hand. Like, let me go be a sniper or something.
Well, in the Arkham Knight DLC, when you played as Red Hood, you were killing people. Like you're using live rounds in his guns because his DLC was killing Black Mask. He kills him. He throws him out the window. Does he shoot? Does he shoot him?
Yeah, I think he shoots him.
I think he shoots him
out the window. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fucking no.
Yeah, it's brutal. Whereas in this, he's not killing anyone. Like
apparently non-lethal bullets. Apparently he's using non-lethal bullets.
Well, that's just boring, man. That's just boring. For me, Arkham Asylum, I fully agree. I think that was amazing. That one, I really liked how claustrophobic that game was.
That's a great word for it.
Like there was just like the map was just Arkham Asylum, and you backtracked a little bit, and you're kind of figuring out what was going on. The last boss fight, the Joker mutant boss fight,
it was a shit. It was a shit fight. I liked the whole idea, like with basically him taking Venom and one step further. you know, and like just it was just messed up, like just how just like between their bones protruding and shit, like just how fucked up they like all the people. It was a Titan. It was called. Yeah, everybody got introduced to Titan, like just how completely fucked up they would get, and again going from that to this, it's like.
The Killer Croc section was amazing when you're being chased by Killer Croc. And then Arkham City, which I very rarely give anything, especially a game, a 10 out of 10. But Arkham City to me is a 10 out of 10. That was just fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
One of the best plot twists at the end. You go, it wasn't even Joker the whole time. It was Clayface. And then I saw this thing where the developers were pointing out, they're like, dude, we left so many fucking clues from the very beginning. It was Clayface. And they've gone through and they've showed all the clues. And it's once you go into it doing your second playthrough and you know that it's Clayface, it's incredibly obvious.
It's like
you could do detective vision on Joker and he doesn't have bones. And there's a whole lot of like just little subtle things where it just points to it not being Joker the whole time. And I love the ending of that game as well. And then Arkham Knight, I like Arkham Knight. I do agree. There's definitely some problems with it. I think there's the same as everyone. There's too much Batmobile sections.
Yeah.
But the gameplay and the way the story ends, I think, is really fucking good. And then going from that to Arkham Knights just looks shit to me. Like it looks like it's like Marvel's Avengers, and this looks like Marvel's Avengers to me.
It's like the Batmobile stuff at the beginning of the game, like just as a new concept where you can actually use it and be able to kind of go around the city. That's cool. It's overdone in the game though. There's too many tasks and too many like when you have to do the missions with the tanks and such. It's not hard. It just feels very fucking tedious because you have to go very fucking slow to get through that. And I'm like, I want this to hurry up already. Like I want to get back.
When you go to do the Riddler challenges and like 99% of them are in the Batmobile, and you're just like, fucking kill me.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, no.
I understand. Like, the Riddler challenge is always supposed to be the most tedious part of the game, but doing all that shit in the car was so aggravating to go through. That was just a fucking grind on the mind, having to do all that. But I love again other stuff I do like in that is you had Azrael. I liked his little section in that game. I thought that was really cool. And then what was his name?
Yeah, the Azrael was cool. How you can make the choice at the end.
And was it the Father Blackheart?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
Deacon. And Man Bat. I like the Man Bat.
That was cool.
Yeah, the jump scare as well. The Deathstroke part was so disappointing.
100%.
It was just a tank fight, and then he jumps out and you catch him and throw him on the ground. You don't even get to fight him. You're like, dude, that was shit.
Yeah.
Panel full of Gronks. Lick my fucking nutsack, Subhuman. Actually, it's the month of June. You'll probably do it. Biatch. How you doing, Subhuman? You're probably on the road. But fucking they dropped the Nightwing and the Red Hood trailer together. Nightwing, I thought looked okay. The Red Hood part was fucking terrible.
So stupid. I thought I wanted to not buy it at all. Once I seen him just jumping around in the sky, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
What I don't like about it is it looks like it's heading to be just it's too gimmicky to like.
They don't need.
It goes against the tone of what all the other games set for what the gameplay with this world, what all of this is supposed to be, how it's already been set by the previous, which are massive fucking hits.
Yeah.
Why would you want to fuck with that? I would love to see these characters, and you keep them in that tone. I think it could be great, but not when you're basically making it like. I understand that they're young and all that, but you're basically you're just treating them as fucking kids, and you're making them act like it. It doesn't fit at all to what all the games set and everything was built up to this point, and especially with the way how Batman went out in Arkham Knight.
Yeah,
that's a lot to fill. Like I wouldn't take that like very lightheartedly to what's probably potentially what's been happening in that timeline since that occurred, and yet that seems to be the way it's being treated. And
this one isn't actually in continuity with the other ones. The Suicide Squad game is the one that's in continuity.
Well, that's even more fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Then why the fuck are you attaching that? like why are you trying to attach it to this? Like it's again stupid. It doesn't make any sense. No one asked for this.
Are you sure?
Yep.
I thought
yeah,
Gotham Knights was in the same
No,
universe
because that's the one that you would assume, because that actually makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
But no, it's the other one. So that means that between Arkham Knight and the Suicide Squad game, Deadshot did a reverse Michael Jackson. He went from white to black. He did a reverse Michael Jackson. This one is in its own continuity, but it has the same name as that shitty CW show, and it's not connected to the shitty CW show.
Yeah.
So it's even more confusing.
So it's even more fucked. It's just even more stupid.
Yeah. So good luck trying to keep up with all that. But the thing is like the Arkham games have some of the best fucking combat.
What
happened?
happened? What happened to this Batman then?
I'm telling you, he ain't dead. They're gonna pull some bullshit at the end where he's not dead. He's probably gonna be a Talon or something at the end, or brainwashed, or in the maze.
That's so stupid.
So they've dropped out what was like one of the best fighting systems in any games.
Yeah.
To put in a half-assed RPG mechanics, which is what it looks like to me. But look, you know what? Let's just fucking check out. We're going to be checking out the Robin one.
Yeah, let's see.
Leaving back.
I got no fucking faith, but let's just see what it looks like.
Robin character.
Official Robin character.
Here comes.
Gotham City likes to keep you guessing. It's hard to imagine a Robin without a Batman, but I guess it's up to me to figure that out. You've got this, Robin.
Oh no.
Talk about a tone change. What?
He's a ninja
I hate this fucking music so much.
Using teleportation tech from the Justice League satellite, I bet I could zap myself short distances in a fight.
So that's how he travels. He hacks the fucking Justice League
Bruce
satellite.
always told me to believe in myself, that I had what it takes. Let's prove him right.
That's Tim?
This is it.
Yeah, it's
This
Tim.
is how Robin wins.
Jesus Christ.
I've lost even more faith.
Pre-order now.
Okay, the only positive thing I have to say about that is I do like the combos, like when they like the tag team attacks. Apart from that, holy fuck, that was awful.
I mean, the tag team attacks like do make me think of like what they had in the Arkham games, like between him and like between Batman and Nightwing, or like Batman and Catwoman. Like that mechanic of it, I definitely like. I was thinking the exact same thing. Look at that, which that could be cool. Okay, but first off, that music is so fucking bad. It's I want to put fucking glass in my ears. It sounds like absolute dog shit for like in a backdrop of like just like it's what's supposed to be Gotham City, which I'll give it in the one little still, and like if you go to a part of the video like where it's him on the rooftop and just seeing the overlay of like Gotham City,
how
the look of it doesn't seem too different from the Arkham, but again, this tonally this feels so weird to me.
I'm glad you brought up the thing of different tone, because we're going to do a little throwback to the Arkham Knight gameplay trailer. All right, and we're going to compare the tones.
Yeah.
Gotham.
Within the first 5 seconds.
It's already better.
Yeah. City, or I will unleash your greatest fears. Tonight, Gotham falls. A city of fear rises.
cooler is this already?
So much better, man.
It's literally 9 day.
It's fucking badass.
Batman always told me to believe in myself.
There is no savior. No more hope. No more Batman.
Holy shit. What happened? Like DJ Dive was saying, that was about 10 years ago.
10 years. That's insane.
Wow. Compare that to what we just fucking watched.
10 years old, like you just still get hype just watching that.
Yeah.
How it pulls you in right at the beginning. Just that town and everything.
It actually feels like a Gotham game,
yeah.
You know, Batman. This doesn't feel like
Again,
anything like this.
That's one of my biggest problems. This is like you got those 3 games. You have a blueprint. If you're going to go further, you basically, even if you're trying to say that this is a game that canonically is not in that universe, this is still it's stupid. It's still stupid. Like if you're going to make this sound like, why not keep it connected to that universe? Because with how successful it is, with how much fan praise it has, and how established it is, you're going to do a game like this where the Batman isn't around. Why the fuck wouldn't you tie it to the end of that one?
Yeah,
and keep that going. I would take these characters and put that tone on all of them. I think you could have something fucking great.
Yeah, I agree. And I think all 4 of these characters are more than capable of carrying a solo game.
Yes.
Game. Yep. Having their own. Or you could do it like GTA, GTA 5, how you could switch between and they all kind of had their own storylines.
I think that's what's happening in this one.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I think you can like swap characters in and out. Not the best ratio so far. 409 up to 106 down. That's not the best for them. Let's see the comments when they load.
Give me actual Red Hood. Yeah, this guy's not actual Red Hood at all.
Forest looks so fun to play. Can't wait.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, I don't know about this one, man. This, Mitch Dyer's doing some of the writing as well. So yikes. The more I see this game, the more faith I lose.
Remember that first trailer that they put out, and it was all looked like shit. Like he's on the motorbike driving around.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Fuck me.
Again, that's why I said when it comes to Batman, in the games, you already have established. You've got the formula. All those games are like between the combats, the writing, everything you had in that. You already have something that you are guaranteed. You stick with it, and you can definitely put these characters in. In that sense, because we've basically seen the majority of them already in the other Arkham games. We've seen Nightwing. We've seen
all of them.
Yeah, we've seen all of them. Just take all those, and you could do a continuation of their storyline of them having to exist in this world with now that Batman's been exposed, that Bruce Wayne's really has to
Holy shit! Hold on. Let me scroll back. Fuck. Hey!
That is gold.
Oh, legend. Yeah, no, to me, I'm getting major fucking Marvel's Avengers vibes. Which, by the way, they just put out their trailer. You're going to be able to play as Jane Foster. Let's fucking go. Lyndon's going to be buying that game now. Well, fuck. That's a shame, man. That game could have been really good. I think they gronked it.
Fucking 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened there. But anyway, let's move on to something else that happened. So there was a mini Nintendo Direct that happened about an hour or so ago. There was a few announcements, but there was one that really, really, really stood out to me. So Persona 5, Persona 4, for all you Persona people out there, awesome. Some Mega Man, cool. Mario and Rabbids, yep. Portal, that's cool.
Portal's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Neo Automata End of the UR edition is coming to Switch. Neo Automata is making its way to Nintendo Switch. The epic action RPG has been looked as one of the best RPGs in the past decade. I would say one of the best of all time. Set in the backdrop of the eternal war between androids and machines, the Nintendo Switch version will include all previously released DLC as well as Switch exclusive costumes when it's released on October 6th. I am going to be getting it. They fucking won
get
me
all
over.
the DLC.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
I
fucking
really
so
wish they
good.
would bring the other one as well, man. But yeah, fuck yeah. That gets me more hyped than that fucking Gotham Knights trailer, man.
And that's
just for sure.
I'm gonna be getting it. I'm gonna be fucking getting it. Let's fucking go. Yep, getting Mighty 4.
CGI, man.
All right, now, Mr. Insanity, what's your experience with Overwatch?
Minimal. I've never
ever played
really,
it.
I've played it a couple times. It's not something I've ever really sat down to try to actually play or get an understanding of. It's just I don't know, just the way it runs and all that, the operators and such. Yeah, I have very little when it comes to Overwatch.
So you got no interest in Overwatch 2?
I mean, from what I've seen, at least, it doesn't seem like there's that much difference between 1 and 2. I can't spot from just watching streamers who've done some Overwatch and then doing the second one. That seems to be what I understand. People who know it better, this the consensus and from what I'm watching, as far as gameplay online, I can't see much. I don't what's the difference? What did they change? It looks
they're
exactly
calling a whole new game is what Apex does in an update. Add new skins, add a new character.
That's basically what it feels like. Is maybe they're adding some new. It's just like a DLC, but it's not. It's not. There's nothing new about the game at all. It looks exactly.
Well, you can't play number 1 when number 2 releases now. They've just announced that not too long ago.
Because it's essentially just a huge update that's overriding it.
Yeah.
So how does I still think you could argue that's not really a new game then?
No, it's not.
No, it's they've called it a new game, but it's an update. It's a season update.
Maybe say it's a big update, but
yeah, it's what Fortnite did was chapter 1 and chapter 2. That's what I see it as. A couple of new maps, new skins, and so far only two new characters confirmed.
3, I think, but
3.
And some changes like the way they've added
5v5.
Yeah, 5v5 and one tank and shit like that.
So again, it's not by definition a new game. It's an updated game.
Yeah,
it's an extension. It's not brand new. There's nothing that completely separates it as its own thing. It's just here's some gimmicky shit to throw on top of what you guys already have, and we're just gonna put a fresh number 2 on there and call it brand new.
Yeah,
but they came out and they did something pretty munted. So to get the first Overwatch beta, you had to get keys from Twitch drops, which I'm totally cool with. I think that makes sense in today's age of how big Twitch streaming is, and you got all the big influencers and all that. I think that makes sense. But this one was a bit ridiculous. So let me explain what happened here.
Okay.
Overwatch 2 devs address quote bad taste. Support a streamer promo with new Bridget Medic skin. Okay, so skin for your character, whatever, cool. Overwatch 2 developers have responded to the latest wave of criticism. Now, let's not forget that these are the same people that put out that essay thing on they gave every character like a minority rank. So they essentially created online competitive racism in gaming, and for that they have my total respect because that's fucking genius. Overwatch 2 developers have responded to the latest wave of criticism, this time stemming from a new Bridget Medic skin after fans lashed out at the method in which it's unlocked. Okay. What could they possibly do to make it egregious? Did they do a Warzone where you have to buy 2 skins in order to be able to purchase a third? As the very first limited time cosmetic is available for Overwatch 2, the newly announced Bridget Medic skin certainly captured everyone's attention ahead of the second beta period. Real quick, Mozza, are you going to get the beta for the second beta?
You have to sign up. I'm gonna sign up, but the last beta I only played for like 2 days, so I don't know.
I might give it a go, get a funny stream out of it, then bench it.
Yeah, exactly. It'll probably go from 1 million to 1,000 people again.
Yeah,
everyone.
That's crazy that happened.
Yeah, everyone.
Did you see that, Mr. Insanity? It had the biggest drop.
Did it?
It had like a 99% drop in a week.
1 million.
Oh shit! No, I didn't know it dropped that. I know it dropped that heavily.
Yeah, from 1 mil to 1,000.
Yep. It's
wow. Holy fuck.
Why details are still being ironed out on how to acquire the news cosmetic in the sequel, this exclusive item is available for your unique promotion with Twitch. Okay. Rather than simply watching streams for a set number of hours as usual. Now, that's how you would normally get things like this. You know, you open up a tab, you watch a streamer for 2 hours or whatever, and then the thing will pop up saying, click this and you have access to the skin.
Yep.
Cool. I got no problem with that.
That's pretty, yeah.
This skin is instead unlocked by gifting free subscriptions on selected channels. That means it's not a fucking free skin then.
No.
That's
like $24 almost. 20-something dollars Australian.
Yeah, it could be actually. Yeah.
Because 22.
Well, I'm confused.
If you're paying on mobile, it's more.
I'm confused. What does it mean by what the fuck does it mean by select? Where select?
So it'll only be like partnered streamers, like who they like on the Overwatch tab. So it
would be the same type of people you would watch that would have had a beta key.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have like a list of streamers that they like and who shills who they give it to, and so if you give them 3 subs, you get this skin, and that's fucked.
So in that perspective, you have to give your money to basically the top 1% of Twitch.
Yeah, because it's only big streamers who get on the list because they want to promote the game. So yeah,
but the big ones who already have more fucking money than the majority of the platform and don't need it, you still gotta give them more for a fucking skin in a game.
Yeah, because you got to remember, these are the same people that will be pushing the game hard.
Yeah.
Right? See, like, a lot of this comes back to what I've said a lot of times, paid for doesn't necessarily mean money given to you. Right. In this case, it's right. You push our game, Overwatch 2. You have fucking 10,000 people that watch your stream.
And I bet you every single
10,000 potential customers. You push our game. Okay. In exchange for that, we're going to say, hey, here's a exclusive skin that we're going to hand out to you people. Right. And if your 10,000 people want access to this exclusive skin, they have to give you free subscriptions on Twitch. So there's your payment right there.
And I bet you every single streamer on that list gets this skin for free. I'm willing to bet. I bet they don't have to. Yeah.
They'd have to have it in order to have the drop, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, okay. Although the promotion includes a wide range of more than 150 streamers, not everyone is a fan of the new promo. I wonder why. Some players have criticized the list of select personalities. That's a fair point. You go, these guns are all shills. While others have lashed out where their funds are going. Yep. Addressing it all head on, Blizzard has quickly responded to explain the logic behind it all. I can't wait to hear the logic. So one person said, I'm more disappointed I have to gift subs to streamers who are already famous enough to make loads of money. That's what you said.
No shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. featured among eligible streamers are the likes of Twitch juggernauts and XQC. Holy fuck! And Asmongold. Yeah, dude.
He's the only person that makes Overwatch. Like when he streams Overwatch, that's the only time it gets past like 1,000 people. It goes up to like 50,000 or 60,000 when he streams Overwatch.
Yeah, but anything he streams goes up into like the 50,000.
Asmongold, like he basically made. I think he made the most money in his career just fucking doing the Amber Heard trial. He almost had 200,000 people in his stream watching him during that as he was just watching the fucking trial.
Really?
And he's not even like a lawyer that can offer a perspective.
He just wanted to watch it and make fun of it for fun. But he got almost 150, 200,000 people, and they're just fucking spamming throwing cash at him for the whole thing. What the fuck does he need 3 more subs for?
For that, so you can get that.
For that.
Okay, but there's a number of non-Overwatch streamers like Disguised Toast, Creator. I don't know who that is. Mixed of range for professional players and dedicated community members. Yeah, that's cool and all. Like these guys getting it, that's cool and all. But the fact that you have to give free subs to get it, I mean, that kind of defeats the point of it being a Twitch promotion.
It should be the watching thing.
It should be the
2 hours, you get the skin. Fuck off.
The list of streamers seriously leaves a bad taste. Another person said on Reddit, if you got into this kind of event, at least support the creators who actually need it instead of the big name streamers, many of whom aren't even in our community or are terrible influencers. Okay, I want to dwell on that one for a little bit. Would you, Mr. Insanity, be more open to this type of promotion if it wasn't, say if it was like streamers around that like me, for example, would you be more open to it then? As opposed to like a XQC. I still think it'd be bullshit, but I think it'd be a lot better.
I think in full perspective, it's bullshit no matter what. I think the only thing that would draw me to it is if I'm watching the creator if I'm someone who is like invested in Overwatch, I'm gonna be watching creators who are also invested in Overwatch, not ones who are basically taking this on just for money, just for the shit. That's what it comes down to. Because I mean, like Asmongold, how often does he ever even play Overwatch? Because I see him more so like on like World of Warcraft and just he does a variety of shit. I've never really seen him on Overwatch that much. So I don't see him as like as somebody who's like a big pusher, like a promoter or something of that game. If the person is very passionate about that game, and that's clearly that's their thing that they have the investment in. And if I'm someone who has that investment in Overwatch, that's who I'm going to be turning to for this. I don't give 2 fucks about XQC or Asmongold or like any, because honestly, all that it's like just all it shows me is it's a fucking payday that they don't fucking need.
Even if it was smaller streamers, still doing the watch thing would help them more anyway, because you're getting more people to. You're getting them. You're getting people to watch their stream for 2 hours or however long. I know most people would leave after the drop's gone, but there's going to be some people that go, "Oh yeah, this cunt's funny as fuck. I'm gonna."
Or he's actually a good player or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, Twitch has over, I think, as of the last day, like over 8 million people stream on Twitch. 15% are able to hit affiliate. The 85% can't even hit because that's how flooded it is. So I love to think of that, like how many of these like how many hidden gems you have among all of that of like potential players of streams of content people who truly love this, who can have a chance to like maybe potentially really blow up, or like who would be like, hey, I really want to promote this for you. Like this is something I've been playing since day one, something I work at, I show for. Like I throw there's so many ways like that they can go about it. But again, just throwing it to the highest, to that 1% of Twitch. And if a bunch of these creators are not in that category of like they're more passive or they just don't really give a shit, then
I see the contract and go, "Yep, sign."
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you'd be more open to it if it was smaller streamers that actually are passionate about Overwatch.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I can see it in a way. It's a way to give, and I still think it's shitty no matter what. It's still you got bribe to pay for this, but at least it's something to help promote those small streamers who, in this in so much of this space are maybe just having the hardest time. They can't really get any lighter. They just don't know what to do. I would love to, I think it's more important to shine light on those smaller creators who could actually really use it. And
Well, it would also just be nice because there's a lot of small streamers because Overwatch is kind of dying right now. And a lot of the Overwatch people who have stuck around, a lot of the smaller people, they might be only getting 5 people, but it'd be like a kind of like a thank you to them for sticking around for so long, even though the game is dead,
100%.
instead of jumping on a different hype train. You know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah, no, you're right, and I think a lot of like your everyday people would see that as, well, that's really cool of you.
Yeah, like you're actually helping the people who have stuck around, not just come in for a contract to, that's fucked.
100%. Yeah.
Responding to the call out, community manager Andy Belford stressed that players, quote, are far overestimating with all the most successful streamers actually earn. Okay, now we know that's bullshit because do you remember last year when when Twitch got hacked?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all those payouts leaked.
Yeah.
So we know that's fucking bullshit. Like people actually know now. So shut the fuck up right there.
Yeah. Shut mouth can't.
Shut mouth can't. Fucking Gronk on dogs. Gronk on fucking dogs.
Massive Gronking.
I'm gonna Gronk on some dogs.
And the Gronks in this case are Overwatch community managers. Moreover, those wanting the skin but not wanting to give money for some of the bigger personalities, many smaller, long-time Overwatch streamers would be overjoyed to have support. Yeah.
Yes.
They would, but where are they?
Yeah.
Why aren't you giving them love? I feel as though we have a good mix of familiar faces and new folks who will bring plenty of new eyes to both the game and the community. Bullshit. Serving as a test run for something we could see potentially more of down the line.
The only thing that's going to happen... This is the
first of its kind. Hold on. Twitch promotion was admittedly limited in its scope. However, Belford and the Overwatch team are hopeful to build and expand availability should this attempt be successful. So they're thinking about doing more of this. What were you going to say, Mozza?
The only thing getting big streamers is going to do again is the exact same thing that happened in the first beta. 1 million people watching, then it's going to drop right back down. And guess who's going to be sticking around? The people who are small streamers. Not the fucking XQC. He's going to go to the next...
He's going to go back to the fucking pokies.
Yeah, he's going back to the pokies. All your small streamers that you don't want to fucking support, they're going to be the ones playing your game, trying to promote it. And all these big streamers that you're giving money to, they're all going to fuck off.
They're going to fuck off. They're going to fuck off. They're going to go do whatever they want because again, they're at such a point where they could just like fucking slit Ghost's throat online, and they would not lose a single fucking viewer. It doesn't matter.
Keep in mind, this is the same company this is Blizzard, the one that's fucking raping everyone in their company, the one that's being like all the sexual assaults coming out. Just it feels like every month there's like more people going like, bro, this happened, and it gets worse.
Every month, Blizzard's getting more and more fucked.
Yeah,
literally.
It's the Ezra Millers of gaming.
The Ezra Millers.
Yeah. I also love this guy's name because like you've seen the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Jordan Belford. Andy Belford.
Oh no.
Just imagine this guy is riding this dog shit as he's blowing cocaine up a hooker's ass.
You know what? If he was actually doing that, I'd be more willing to support this new system. Oh, man. But I'm going to be curious to see if they end up doing more of that type of stuff. Ezra Miller's hiding out at Blizzard.
If it makes them money, you can guarantee they're going to do it.
Yeah. And the thing is, they're going to see it as bringing in a lot of money because you got XQC, people like that doing it. So fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's of course it's going to bring in money with people like him doing it.
I mean, at the end of the day, what's it costing them? Basically nothing to do it.
Yeah. You see, they're going to make their money by having these people push the game out to more people, and then in turn, more people, that's more potential people buying skins or whatever it may be. But yeah, anyway, it's time to move on to, I guess, what we would describe as Moz's dream come true. Nick Merckx has come back to Warzone.
Yeah.
That's
All right,
how I
Nick Merckx loves the new Fortunes Keep Warzone map and explains why. Oh my god, he's back.
Yeah, he's been shilling this real hard. I love it.
Has he?
I've pegged down some of his streams and like some of his TikToks. He is incredibly happy about this.
Love the map.
I haven't even seen Winery or anything. So.
Love the like Italian theme thing we got going on. You know what I mean? Not too shabby. Man, listen, I really like the map. Yeah, a lot. What can't you like? Like it's kind of more dynamic than the old one. You know, there's like more. There's a cave. There's a lot more like there's towns and stuff. You know what I mean?
There's like a low to a high separation.
Yeah. Dude, if you're like a speed runner, like if you play super quick, man, oh my god,
Neo's gonna have a field.
Parkour on this thing, man.
Nick Merckx loves it.
I actually think it's pretty dog shit. I'm not gonna lie. I actually think it's the worst updated map now.
Let me just mute that so get some gameplay going on with it.
There was a lot of roof-topping.
Yes, there was a lot of roof-topping.
I actually didn't mind it.
There's a lot of roof-topping, but all the roofs are very accessible, which is good.
All right, well, I'm going to go and say that I think this is the greatest Warzone update in a long time. There is a lot I like about it. What are you going to say, Moz?
You said it was the best one since Vanguard came out,
It's
right?
definitely the best Warzone Vanguard update.
Yeah.
I don't think that can be argued, but Mr. Insanity, this is your time to shine, my friend.
I'm going to agree. This is... The more I keep playing this map, this gives me hope and faith that they can fucking nail it and knock it out of the park when they really want to. And for a map like this, like I wish this is what we would have gotten over Caldera. I just imagine if they had even expanded this and made a full island of this, like just how unbelievable it would be instead of that dog shit. So so it pisses me off at the same time. Well, it shows me like they obviously do this shit right. I love for the fact that there's a lot of rooftops, so that you're gonna have a lot of people shooting from the top. But I love that too. Yeah, like how Merc said, like parkouring. There's so many ways to navigate it. There's not one set route. Oh, whereas when you have Alcatraz, which has realistically 2 POIs that cover the entire map. You've got the roof of Alcatraz and you've got the tower. And you can hit basically everything in the entire map from those locations. On this, you don't have one. Everything, for the most part, is pretty even. There's not like one specific spot you can go to and where you can just like basically just Gronk and dominate the entire map. And there's no place that you can really go to and isolate without somebody being able to get to you in one form or the other.
There's no spot that's just completely safe.
Yeah, nothing. One of the only spots that is dominant is like right down here. Like if you get stuck down under Cove and they're shooting you from above, you can be fucked. But the way they designed that, there's with all the tunnels and everything, you have a lot of ways out. So you're not actually ever really stuck down there unless the gas forces you to stay there. You're not stuck in any way, shape, or form. You have so much movement through there. Also, I was playing with a bit last night offline. I jumped into some like trios and quads, and I just started jumping into the Grove. And I liked it. It was a lot safer down there than I initially thought. Considering the first few times I went down there, we were just getting completely fucked by people up top. But getting down in there and actually starting to being able to realize and like actually navigate it, I was like, oh, there's buildings down here. There's places you can jump into. Here's a tunnel up here. Here's stairs up here. They put so much good thought into like how essential movement is in this and how many ways you can go in and you can get out when you need to. And with that being said, it has heavy emphasis on movement. Like especially if you are out in the open, you need to fucking move your ass. You cannot stay in the open unless you're just going to immediately fucking die. Because this map 100% favors like long range fights more than it does close range. But like certain POIs like Vineyard, I like the design of that. Like through its basements, its rooftops, it had just it's designed so like you have those little areas where you can actually go and you can have those close range engagements, and you can tell that these areas, like these specific areas, they're designed for just that reason, to kind of balance all of the long range that you're going to have between all the rooftops and everything at the same time. The meta with the guns right now, I'm desperate for a change.
Really?
So, yeah.
Can you elaborate on that? Because
you only have two guns if you're going to do this map, and you're really going to stand a chance. It's the Blixen and the NC-41. Yeah, that's just reality. Those guns are so hard at the top. I die. That Blixen, I refuse to unlock it because I already know that by the time I unlock it, I'm gonna have it nerfed tomorrow. So there's no fucking point to it. But I've tried Type 100. I've taken the Armaguerra. I've taken the brand new SMG. In those type of fights, you go head to head with that gun, you lose a lot more often than you win. The NC-41,
but yeah, go on.
The NC-41, so many people I kill, so many people run that gun, but it's because it's a beam, it hits and it kills so fast, and the recoil is basically zero. It has a faster TKA than any other AR.
That's what Lethal made me build. Well,
yeah,
I think. Wasn't it?
It's what you have to build. It's the AR you have to run in this game, because like all the snipers we got, thrown to shit. So this is the type of map that I wish they like for the Swiss and Car 98. If those two were still like where they were before they got pretty much buried, they would be dominant on this map. Just the way it's designed, it does so well for snipers, but you don't really have that many, or really any good options as far as snipers go, which is kind of interesting. So I don't run into many snipers on this map. I run into just a shitload of people with ARs, and the majority of them are all running the NC-41.
I think there's quite a few viable options now. Actually, NC-41 is definitely on top. I still think the STG slaps. It's definitely been nerfed, but it still goes hard. The Krieg, which I think is actually in this gameplay you're about to see, I was very surprised when I picked up the Krieg and saw what that thing was capable of doing. As I was playing with you earlier in my afternoon, I discovered that the Carve is actually a little cannon up close. Type 100, the one that you gave me, that fucking shredded. It just didn't have much ammo. Yeah. MP40 still hits pretty hard. The new LMG is okay, and everyone's saying that the new LMG might debatably be number one.
It might be. That's the only gun that I don't have leveled yet. I need to just sit down and level it and actually see what that thing will do. But
see, here it is. I'm about to pick it up. This thing was a fucking animal. This Krieg, this SMG, I don't know what it was, but that fucking slapped. And this was a monster. This thing, it was a laser, and it still hit pretty hard. But on top of that as well, I think it's really cool that we were pleasantly surprised with this map. Leading up to the map, when they said we're getting rid of Rebirth Island for a week, everyone was worried. We're like, fuck, you're getting rid of the one good map you have left. If this map's a dud, we're fucked. And it ended up being well.
And also, and on top of that, so another thing I love about it is the color. It's bright.
It's not fuck, I forget what it's called. Verdansk. It was just great. It looks dog shit.
Yeah, this graphically, just the colors, the way it's designed, it looks beautiful.
So
it's
it looks so much brighter.
Map. Yeah, I love it for that.
I hate most Call of Duties are usually go with that gray shit color, man, and it just
Mhm.
usually they look god awful. That's what I hate about Vanguard. A lot of Vanguard maps is there's no color.
Yeah.
But this one looked so bright and actually looked really nice.
You don't play much Warzone, Mozzle, so what did you make of it?
Um,
The whole update as well, because there was some Warzone changes, which we'll get into a bit.
it was better than Kadara. Definitely 100% better.
Oh yeah.
But I'm an Apex guy. I don't think it changed. Like, it didn't make me want to leave Apex. For sure, but it felt way better than like fucking what we've had so far. In I actually had more fun on this when we played with Twisted than I did Rebirth.
Yep.
Like, so much more fun compared to that. Like, I actually genuinely think this is better than Rebirth.
Really?
I only played it. I only played it for an hour and a half or something like that. But I like the landing spots here. I think there's just more options instead of just set path kind of thing. You know what I mean? You can kind of do more. Like you can land the same spot, but go so many different routes. I reckon it's better than Rebirth. Yeah.
All right, then. How do you feel? And this is a question for both of you. Should this map have 60 players?
Yes.
Yes. I wanted 80. I said 80 because this was before we found out that they lied about this 3 times. Because it was meant to be 3 times bigger.
Yeah. I don't know where that fucking 3 times as big came from, because that ended up being bullshit. This map is not 3 times the size of Rebirth.
That came off of a post that somebody took of that just came off an image online that somebody posted, and they just like it was off of like some like numerical measurement that was on the page, and they compared it to Rebirth, and I don't know, it got fucked. But no, I agree with you, because again, like, so 40, like, say like you have only 10 squads in quads, 40 players. When you're getting to only the 3rd circle and you're down to 3 teams, that's a problem. That's a huge amount of fucking open space between you and only like a couple other people.
Yeah.
And you're basically just camping until it gets to the point where you're so close you have to fight each other.
You kind of doing nothing. You've been forced to rat.
You're 100% being forced to rat. Like, you need a few more teams there to fill that space. Like, that's very clear that more players are needed on this, just for how quickly they die and how much open, and like you're basically getting to a circle where half the map is still completely open, and with all the holes in the way it's designed, like no one ever has to go out in the open. You just continue to stick to the roofs or these buildings. It's so easy to hide, and no one's going to try to push so much open area unless you really know exactly where they are, or at that point that they have to fight you.
It would make it so much more hectic as well. Like, just the amount of fights you could get into. Like, they should definitely add 60, I reckon.
Okay, now hear me out, because we got some really cool news that this is going to be on a rotation.
Yes.
Rebirth Island, which I think is fantastic.
Yes.
I think that should have happened fucking 2 years ago.
Yep.
There should have been a rotation going on. Copy Apex in that regard, just straight up copying them. Yep. And I'm cool with that. But do you think the reason why this only has 40 players is because Rebirth with 40 players works just fine?
Yeah.
And this being on a rotation with that, do you think that's why they're keeping it?
Yeah, but they could 1 week 40 players Rebirth, next week 60 players.
You know what? You're right, because you remember when they used to do 200 player Verdansk?
Yep.
Or 150 or whatever it was, when they've just overload it.
Yep. I think it was 150. Yeah.
I also think too, for them, like, just because of the complexity, I can definitely see, like, with the complexity of this map as compared to Alcatraz, figuring out a player count was, they're safer just to kind of stick to what's already established as a player count, and then just like, let's test and see what happens with this player count on when you add this much more complexity and essentially evenness to the map, and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
But at least the simple fact that they're going to go through the analytics of it to make that change that's something they've already talked about that they'll make those adjustments when needed. But at the same time, like I love them putting this on a rotation because you can't play these two maps the same way. These take two completely different styles of gameplay. Rebirth, when I play really Alcatraz, I have a rotation. I have a very solid way. I enter, I land, how I get my money, like the certain spots I need to go to depending on how it pulls, and and I got my routes. I know what to do. On this map, I think this is something I personally have been, for a good reason, I've been struggling with. I can't find a specific spot that's actually better than the others. Like that's actually the real, like, oh man, this is definitely the place to land. They're all solid. You can get the cash. You can get your cash. You can get the guns. You can get everything you need everywhere in this map, wherever the buy station is. So that makes it so difficult to like find any kind of rotation because you just don't know what to do. You basically have the only way you can do a rotation, you basically have to make one up for yourself. You know, there isn't one that can be followed or figured out. And it also makes it an issue too because there's not any spot on this map where players are not going to go to because everywhere is viable. I mean, I think I maybe have had maybe a couple occasions where I've dropped in this map and like me and my team were alone for at least a couple minutes before you already had another team already jumping on you and ratting or shooting you from a rooftop or something like that.
And since everywhere is so good, adding 60 players would make it even more fun because now you're adding all the more areas will be like more full kind of thing as well, instead of like, because since everyone's so spread out, it'll fill up a bit more spaces.
Yeah, and again, that's kind of like where it's interesting because everything everywhere is so viable, and you almost never can find a spot where you can land by yourself. You always have people there. You put more people there. I don't know if they'll still die out just as fast or like
probably.
Yeah, and that's what but overall, I think just an increased player count would just be healthy for this. It's necessary.
Do you think that's the one thing it needs more than anything else?
No, the one thing it needs more than anything else, like the entirety of Warzone, is better audio.
Yep.
That's enough.
I can't tell if they're above or below me.
That's also been another like really angering disadvantage, like because now you have all these buildings. While that complexity is nice for like movement and you have a new way you have to kind of engage with things, it also becomes a lot more difficult in some of these a lot of these confined spaces to engage with them if you can't fucking tell what direction they are. You know they're around you. I hear footsteps, but fuck me if I know where they're coming from. If they're above me, are they below me? Are they through this door? Like I can't fucking tell at all.
The best example of that is on Rebirth Island in Bio, because you know how there's all the stairs going up. When you're like halfway up Bio, you go, I got no fucking idea. It could be either.
Where the fuck is he? I don't know, cunt.
And then whichever way you go, he's always the other way.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah. Now, what do you think of some of the changes that were made? Like, so for example, there's no longer any more free self revives from completing supply runs. And instead, they've made quick revive, self revive, cheaper when completing a supply run. But they've also made loadout drops cheaper when completing a supply run. So they've made quite a few changes like that. All in all, I'm pretty happy with like all the changes that were made.
I think that's a positive one. I think it's a much. I like the idea that the rats can't just constantly get themselves free.
Fucking rats.
Free revives, like they've got to pay for it. But the loadouts, especially in later parts of the game, like when you really need it, I like getting that. And like when you maybe like say your whole team gets wiped and like money's a bit more scarce to come by, I like that decrease because I think the supply run decreases it by almost 2K. That's such a good way to kind of get you right back into the game. you know, and like give you a shot to be like, oh, you know, I actually be able to regroup and like you can get your shit and you can keep going. You can actually push for a victory, you know, in more late game. It's a positive change, and this is why I'm liking it between the map and between a lot of this little stuff, like the fact that the way that they're fixing the fucking mask animations. Well,
what did they do with that? I haven't noticed.
That gives you kills so much.
Oh yeah, I don't want to know how many times
So-
I died because of the animation.
So one, if you're in the gas and your ADS, the mask will not go on until you stop. So it will not disrupt. It won't disrupt your fire. Because that was one of the things I always would do for me is like I get in the gas, I'm trying to fire somebody. Oh, here I go out of ADS, put this fucking thing on, I get back into it and I die.
Yep.
The mask will stay off when you're in ADS in a firefight until you stop. It was also
That's good.
There was also an issue with it whenever you were in the gas and like whenever you jump off a building, you would go into the gas, you go into the mask animation and fall to your death because you can't jump. But the parachute now will cancel that.
Mhm.
The simple thing I want them to add, and while these changes are good, I don't understand. It's a simple thing. I want the ability to press a button and stop that animation if I want to. Like if I have a gas mask, but I'm in a situation where I really don't need to put it on, I'll just suffer the gas. I want the option to take it off and let me preserve it. Maybe let me preserve it until late game, so like a really late rotation when I'm really gonna need a mask, and then put it back on.
That's
you know, like
interesting.
like give me the option as far as what I want to do with that mask.
You choose when it goes on instead of just going gas and it goes on.
Yeah, it could be automatic, but give me the option like, hey, I'm gonna press the button. Like, no, I don't want to use my mask right now. I want to because like it could be early circle and I just die and I just need to run into the gas to get my shit. But I don't need the mask on for that. I just want to run and get my stuff, come out, quickly plate, and I'm good to go. Why do I want to waste the ticks on that mask? Just to go do something simple,
Something mundane,
when that could be very, very viable. Like when it comes to the late game, like when I need to like maybe rotate out of the building into the gas, like as the circle's moving to get ahead of a team, I want that option. I want to be able to have that. Again, it's simple. It's literally just make this a press of a button for me to be able to put it on and take it off.
Yeah, instead of automatically having it come on, that'd be way better.
Now, here's another thing for you to think on. So we know that Warzone 2 is coming out by the end of the year, probably around December.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you drop a map, a brand new map, this late into Warzone's life cycle? I have to assume that this map is going to be in Warzone 2.
Has to be, right?
I mean, it would have to be. I look at this as one, I think that them doing a rotation of this and Alcatraz, this is them testing how that would work and how that, because I guarantee you, like they're looking at how like Apex does it and they're saying like this works for them. People have been clamoring for it. Like, can you rotate out and give us back Verdansk over Caldera?
I reckon they will.
Because like for better or worse, there are some stands who stand by Caldera. Somehow they do, but instead of just completely getting rid of one, only keeping the other. If you put them into a rotation, and again, this is I think kind of their beta for it. This is the way they're going to test it to see like how they want to do it. Do we want to do it daily? Do we want to do it weekly? How difficult is it integrating the one map to the other? And then especially like since like they're already looking at analytics to this and what's going to be alterations to player counts, which that's the other thing. Like fucking Caldera, I've always argued needs more because of all the fucking the way that thing's designed. It could use more players in it in general, but I don't like Warzone 2 coming out at the end of this year. I don't know if I've ever really felt comfortable about that. Just because to me, like
they're adding a lot of stuff like a bag system as well, aren't they?
They're adding a bag. It's funny because like they're doing both. They're adding and taking away because you gotta understand like everything we've had from Vanguard to Cold War, Modern Warfare, none of that's going into Warzone 2. None of it. All the guns are getting cleared. All the skins are getting cleared. You're starting this thing you're putting this thing brand new from scratch. You're not having to integrate and like pile on top of all the other dog shit. It's like, nope, this shit gets cut off, throw it in the bin. This is all, and it's going to be on Modern Warfare 2's engine. They're getting off of Modern Warfare 1. I could see a give and take on that as far as that can make it easier since it's all going to be off 1. But again, you're still building. I'm essentially is going to be a full size VR map from scratch. I don't know. You're introducing new mechanics, of course. Console's going to be getting FOV, like some well-deserved updates. They are listening to player feedback. I mean, this map shows me a lot of like they're clearly they have to fucking listen to us and what do our community wants? What do the players fucking want? What are they asking for? This map, and for a lot of ways, it's built like it gives us a lot of what we need. Stuff like audio, I can believe that's something that can. I don't know, for whatever reason they may have a fucking hardware, limitation. I don't fucking know. Or they're just fucking stupid when it comes to it. I'm inclined to go.
It's probably a bit of both.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of BRs have audio issues.
Yeah, it depends on the BR. I mean, you have like fucking Fortnite, which has the option to basically show you everybody's steps, which is one of the things I fucking hate about that game. Yeah, it's like I don't even need to fucking wear these. I can just like literally see a visual. Oh, there's footsteps. Oh, there's two footsteps. Yeah. There's people right here in front of me. Okay. Or a great game to take off of is Escape from Tarkov. That entire game is built off of you have to listen to everything. Like your movement is you always talk about a game for fucking rats. That is a huge game where you have to fucking rat to victory. You have to be quiet the entire time. You have to pay attention to every click, everything. Because they also have where you can there's a specific term for it, but it's like where you can basically you'll be in the map with somebody and like you can just like literally talk to them.
Proximity chat.
Yeah. Proximity chat. Yeah, it has proximity chat in it because you have to be. You'll yell cues or something to individuals to see if they're on like your team or not. But you have examples of like the games that are built so hard on that you can just easily draw from. And this has been with the highest criticisms of Warzone, since it's been around, is just fix the audio. Like, thank you. I can hear footsteps. I need to hear where are they coming from. That's, in my opinion, something they can I would be fairly shocked if that's something they leave out going into Warzone too. And then I don't know. And then at the same time, like when I'm looking at if none of the scans, and this is like the other thing, like if all these scans and all this shit isn't going into Warzone 2, it's like why the fuck bother grinding for? Like why the fuck bother paying for? Like why invest time into any of that shit that's going to be basically out of date and done in less than a year, or like not even half a year at this point.
Do you think by this stage, Warzone, like this Warzone, is just testing ground beta for Warzone 2?
Well, yeah.
A lot of game developers have already come out. A lot of like ex-game developers saying Warzone's fucked. Like the actual engine itself is so hard to do anything with it. Like they've even tweeted this out. It's so fucked. When they would add something, it would break like seven more things. Like,
we've seen that. We've definitely seen that as players.
Yeah.
And so I reckon Warzone 2, they kind of have to reset it in a way because the engine the engine just was not ready at all. I think Warzone 2...
they said on that thing, like you said, was it when they integrated Cold War into it was when they were like, holy fuck, we can't handle. Like, this is just too big. for us at the moment.
I remember back when they said, it was an interview or something. When they first introduced Warzone, like I this is just such dog shit. They were saying like, "Oh, we were expecting it to be as like big or
get fucked." I agree.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. You fucking knew you had a hit on your hands.
You have the biggest gaming franchise in history, and you're doing a battle royale, and you're not expecting it to take off in some stage.
You knew it's gonna. It's like fuck it. You fucking knew this was gonna take off. Blackout is the best example of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Blackout, you had to pay $80, well, $100 Australian, to be able to play it, and it was the biggest battle royale for a certain amount of time. It was
that's basically. Well, yeah, because like the Blackout map is Rebirth Island now. It's Alcatraz. Like that's.
And also just like. Yeah, so they already knew it was going to be massive.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had you had to pay $100 for Blackout, and it was the biggest battle royale for a massive time.
So they put out a AAA price for a battle royale years ago before this, and it was crazy successful.
Yep.
And then they reboot Modern Warfare, the two biggest words in their franchise, which is the biggest franchise in gaming history, and then they make their next battle royale free to play. And they didn't expect it to be successful.
Yeah, that's their excuse. And you've had, and again, when you are a company that off of what's Warzone supposed to be free play, off of the game, you're making over $5 million a fucking day off of players.
They're
you've got more than enough to.
They make $1 billion. I can't remember how long, but they make billions of dollars of this fucking game. Like Warzone, just off skins.
Yeah, just off the microtransactions that they make billions.
I hate the fucking skins in this game because you're paying like $30 for a skin, and that used to be a fucking 4 multiplayer maps and a zombies map, but now it's a fucking skin. I fucking hate that. Still, they need to price it down, I reckon, because you're only the thing about the skins as well. You only get it for like 2 guns as well, and then 1 character. It's like
like. Part of me thinks that at some point in time, like they will vault some of these skins to some of these things, like to maybe be used later on.
Knowing Activision, they'll make you rebuy it. Honestly, I reckon they'll make you rebuy it.
I don't know. That's me just being a fucking optimist for no reason. But
yeah,
I don't know. I get.
Because they've done a lot of fucking massive collabs that they're just gonna get rid of, like Die Hard
ones and shit, Judge Dredd, Snoop Dogg. I mean, how many fucking Snoops do you see on Warzone? A lot.
Yeah.
Too many.
Like anytime I see like somebody like in a Snoop skin, it's like seeing somebody in a Rose skin or with like TikTok or TTV and their fucking clan tag. I just want to fucking hunt them.
Yeah, you just target them. I don't care if we're losing the game.
I just target them. I just want them out of the lobby as fast as possible.
All right. Well, let's move on to a little someone else, hey, who might not be as optimistic. The Doc. Dr. Disrespect has big doubts about Warzone 2 and the future of Call of Duty. Oh, wow.
God.
Okay. Ever since Call of Duty Warzone first launched, it's proven to be one of the top battle royales on the market. Though it's had its fair share of issues with cheaters, bugs, and everything else you can think of. All true. For the longest time, there had been rumors about a sequel or even a fresh take on the COD Battle Royale, and those rumors became reality when Activision confirmed the work was underway to a follow-up to Warzone. And by the way, I want to give a big thank you to the chat for being here for episode 2 of Gronking on Dogs with Mr. Insanity. His Twitch is the pinned comment, so be sure to give him a follow. Warzone 2 is reportedly set to release during Modern Warfare 2 cycle, which kicks off in October. But Doc Disrespect has a few concerns about some things. The former Call of Duty developer, who hasn't been shy in criticizing the franchise he loves so much, detailed his concerns during his June 27th stream after noting that he lost interest in watching Warzone streams. He noted that the franchise does need a shot in the arm, but isn't sure. You know what? Let's just jump to the timestamp, shall we?
Yeah, 22:15.
But is Warzone 2 going to be the savior? I don't know, man. I don't know. I could see some initial hype, but nothing like the original Warzone map and the original Verdansk, and I just don't see it. I think what we see is the slow decline.
I reckon they need to add a ranked so bad.
I definitely want to talk about that here.
Unless they come up with some crazy. I don't know, man. I just don't think the engine could be pushed any further. It's maxed out.
I kind of got a cut bullshit on that part. I mean, even just looking at like what we've seen of Modern Warfare 2, it's the gameplay looks. I mean, like the gameplay that they showed at the Summer Games Fest, I could notice a difference between that and the first Modern Warfare or Modern Warfare 2019.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and this engine will be like more well built for Battle Royale. Hopefully they don't like because they want to. That's why they wanted to make Warzone 2 is because the engine for Warzone 1 is just not. It's just not built.
Well, yeah, because it's built off of Modern Warfare 2019.
Yeah,
and like when you integrate multiple games on top of that, if they were continuing to stay on that engine, he's got a very valid point. They're scrubbing it and going to a brand new engine again. It's like why none of the other guns, nothing's coming with this. This is a slap, it's a fresh cut, and this is gonna be new. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be a fresh slate.
Yeah.
One thing I could kind of see where he's coming from on is when he's talking about how, it's not new. It's not so much because it's not going to be like it was like when it was first introduced, like where it had like just that appeal, like, oh my God, Call of Duty, but actually Battle Royale, that concept, idea. I get where it's coming from on that. Cause also you Activision knows like it. And I'm like, majority of other players, I'm skeptical. I'm looking at Warzone 2 with, some excitement just off of what they've said so far and like just what their decision making seems like. But I'm skeptical because they have fucked up more than once. Yeah. And if you're going to be giving me some, if you're scratching everything and you're going to be making this completely new, boy, you better fucking do it right. Really better. If you're going to take away resurgences, if you're taking away all this other stuff, and you're going to do this from, you're going to give me a Warzone from scratch, boy, you better really not fuck it up. And like, give me another.
In your opinion, what does it need to be successful? Ranked mode, obviously.
Yeah, ranked
mode is one. That's so overdue. We're supposed to be getting, I believe it's it's like Titanium Trials is supposed to be coming later this season. I'm curious to see that. I loved Iron Trials.
Yeah, me too. Everyone that played it really liked it.
Yeah, yep. I love that mode. I love the ground loot for it. All like the big 50 round bullfrogs and the 60 round LMG. I liked it. I liked that it basically made snipers completely worthless. I liked you had to go into really solid fights, like real engagements, like against somebody. You just like a Type 100 with its size mag. While it can be great in these rounds, that thing is not going to kill more than one person on like a trials map with all the bumps and everything. Like it's going to be dog shit. I like that because it brings other guns into the mix and changes how you have to fight because you're going to have to really fight. Yeah. And that's why I love that. So they've got a making with that. I think it's a great setup for it. As far as like how they would actually do place the people in the rankings and all that. This is what the new engine's needed for, to actually be able, so for them to actually, program and set that up to actually have a system of, like either like, if they want to do like the Apex by like points or, RP, like however they want to do it. Yeah, they need something completely brand new to design around that. But giving us Iron Trials and going Titanium Trials, this shows me the fact that and it's like we said earlier, right now they're in a spot where this is a time where they're just going to start play testing things. See, Biggles, and I'm for them to do it, play with it, interact with us, like take our feedback, like say here's some of this. Do you like it? Yes or no? Yes, no, and they start to build into what needs to be successful is like what we got. TTK. The weapons have to have a balance. I mean, they've really got to have a balance out the gate. There cannot be, especially if we're just only limited to the Modern Warfare 2 guns.
Yep.
Better not just be one or two of them that I have to constantly use to always win a fight. Yep. I want those things really, really fucking balanced and crisp. Just movement with slide canceling stuff. I love that's one of my favorite things about COD's movement. I love how you move around the map. They've got to get mounting right for the map. This new one for Rebirth, that's about as close to what I would say I would love to have as the full BR. Something that's dynamic, colorful, balanced.
Do you remember how colorful Blackout was? Would you want something like that? How you remember when it first came out, like the color of that?
Yeah, I would kind of want this one more, in my opinion. I think Fortune's Keep knocks it out of the park on color, on the brightness and everything. I think it's a home run for me. For how well for just the complexity of it, just for how easily you can move between buildings, on the buildings, in building. I would love that complexity and just that evenness to where like I drop anywhere there and I'm going to be happy. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be set no matter where I want. There's not going to be one or two dominant spots that I basically have to. You're going to get over half the fucking lobby go into. I want the lobby spread out. Like while it definitely feels like it makes this mode feel a little bit more sway because I'm literally always in a fight. I like that too because you're not just seeing everybody go fucking hoard one spot for something. There's stuff all over. You're not going to land badly and not be able to get the stuff that you need. I want that level of balance in this.
They're also adding with Warzone 2. They're adding like multiplayer maps from
Rust is going to be there or some shit or High Rise or that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, they're adding like pretty big maps to it. So
I'd like
to see what that happens. What
I've
happens?
been having fun with since they added storage down to Plunder.
Oh storage is always good.
That's been fun. That's been nice to go back to. That was one of my favorite parts of Verdansk Plunder. Was like just go level and just go rat in storage. Like I love that they added. I just love that they added that into this. Like it's such a fun area to just go and to get into gunfights in. Again, one of the biggest things too is like audio. I'm gonna be so pissed off if they don't fucking nail the audio in this. When it's basically at the top of the list of universally on players that audio, you need to fix this. I have a hard time seeing them not being able. It's just, are the footsteps above me or below me? That's all I want to know. Just tell me a direction that these fucking things are. Other games have been able to nail this. Like you can nail this. It's not that fucking difficult to come up with and tell me where the fucking footsteps are coming from. Between
my main thing is ranked. If they don't add ranked, I'm gonna get my first win, and I'm probably gonna dip because playing for wins, like in casual, even on Apex, like I was trying to play the normal mode right for a little bit because I hate the fucking Storm Point map. But you get 2-3 wins, and then you're just like, oh. Okay, and then you get bored, and then because with ranked mode, you're versing players who are like on your skill or better, and so it makes it way more competitive, and you have something to lose. You know what I mean? You can't if you make a fucking dumb decision, there goes 30 RP. You know what I mean? With casual, you don't really care. There's nothing to grind for as well. You know what I mean? Like you're just grinding for the win. Even if you come second in Apex, like ranked, you still get something for your time. You know what I mean? Other than just your player level. So I reckon they really need a ranked system to keep you more engaged, like long term.
Last thing before we move on to the next topic, how would you do the rank system? Would you just copy Apex's?
Yep.
Up to a point. The way I like it with Iron Trials is guns that are essentially meta outside of that under normal circumstances. They are weapons that don't work in that mode. You have to. It has to be a mode where, between the increased health, like alterations to the weapons, make it so that you have to be more tactical. Like you have to, you really have to fight. Like remove, like get heartbeat sensors out of there.
Yep.
Get rid of dead silence.
Yep. I reckon remove dead silence from the game completely.
That should have been completely removed a long time ago. They limited my ass. I run into one of those almost every game I play. I find in dead silence. So they have a limited shit when it comes to that thing. But like removing that, maybe like remove stuns, remove a lot of this like stupid shit that basically is almost an
decoy grenades.
For people. Yeah. Like get rid of these things that are almost an instant win for people and really level the playing field and force people to they have to actually fight. Like they've got to like actually force them into terms that they've got to work together. Like it actually really puts more player skill on the line, or if they do a loadout, like if they they can do a loadout in this mode. Maybe like put a limitation on like what they can do as far as guns.
Yeah,
and that's one thing too. Is I'm curious if they're going to get. Part of me assumes with the change they brought with Vanguard, with putting more weapon attachments for more variety, they're going to keep that for the Modern Warfare guns.
Cool.
But I could see maybe a circumstance with. I can see maybe a circumstance too, like where going into the Iron Shot, like whatever the fuck they want to call it, they maybe put limitations on certain things on weapons, like maybe certain.
Do you remember in Black Ops 3 in ranked mode, everyone could vote one thing to ban from the game?
Yeah, you could ban stuff.
Similar to that.
And that's the other thing too. Customizable maps. I like that they're talking about that to finally.
That cuts me as a Halo guy. I'm like, how the fuck is Call of Duty getting the thing Halo did first before Halo gets it back? I'm like, you fucking fuck you, 343.
That's long overdue. Because I mean, a couple of the people who I know are content creators, like who are like some of the guys who compete, like that's been their single biggest complaint, especially for tournaments and stuff, is that they want to be able to customize this stuff, because like a lot of the tournaments and stuff that they play, it's on a customized map, like these like stun grenades or dead silence. Like you can't use those in the game, but if you accidentally pick them up, you've got to get rid of them, or you've got to burn it or something like that. It'd be so much easier if they can just take a lot of this, gimmicky shit and just it's just not there. Period. That I like that Call of Duty is finally going to go in direction to do that. And again, that's where it all ties back to. I get like why they can't do it on this engine. It has to be a clean cut. It has to be built from the ground up.
Oh, absolutely, and it's just too saturated as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but last topic for the night. And by the way, shout out Mr. Insanity, been a fantastic guest.
Oh, thank you.
Fucking zombies, Mozza. Fucking Sheena Numa zombies.
Most basic bitch map that I think I've played.
How do we fucking even start with this one?
It's dog shit.
It's not dog shit, but it's so fucking mid. You know what I mean? It's like just bearable. Like it's what Cold War is, but fucking copy and pasted, and it started to run out of fucking ink. Like it's actually,
It's like, you know, when you print something from a printer and the printer runs out of ink, and you pull the paper out, you're like, some of it's there, you know.
Yeah.
and then half of it's fucking missing. You're like, what the fuck? What have you done? And you're like, oh.
Okay,
Fuck.
so here's a question you two can answer for me, because I checked out Zombies in Vanguard a long time ago. One of the biggest reasons I checked out was because in Cold War, Zombies is one of my favorite ways to level a gun, because it gave you great experience for all those kills, and I could level my gun with a double XP very fast. Vanguard, you got a fucking penny's worth of experience.
I didn't actually
matches, and I just quit. I was like, it's too fucking long. Have they done anything to increase the amount of experience you get for actually kill? Okay, well then fuck it.
No. Yeah, no.
So this is Mozzo, this one you probably got the most to say about this one, but this was a very important map to you from the original.
So this was the third ever map, right? It didn't have and they added the original characters, added no, it was the first map to have non-electrical traps as well. And it's just a classic, you know, first swamp map,
first dogs,
first wonder weapon that wasn't the ray gun as well, the Wonder Wolf. Now they've changed the Wonder Wolf. They've made it not Richtofen who made
there it is there.
Some random dickhead. They didn't even. There's not even a pack-a-punch sound anymore in this game. That's how fucked it is. It doesn't.
Yeah,
make,
you know, like when you pack a punch your gun, it makes like a laser noise. No, it doesn't do that anymore.
It doesn't do that anymore. I hate how you fucking upgrade your perks, and you fucking I hate the way every 3 rounds you get a heart, and you have to upgrade your god or whatever the fuck it's called. What is that? What's that? Your ability.
Fuck knows. You take him to the altar. You see those 3 things next to my health with the hand coming out, the skull, and the heart? Yeah.
So those are like but you also your ultimate.
Kind of.
Your
yeah. Instead of your field upgrade, you have like a god's head that you pull up.
Yeah.
And you upgrade that.
And
like, oh god.
And you have to do it every fucking game. And you only get 1 heart per 3 rounds, right? So you either have to try and get a fucking, you know, your shit for your gun, because now you can't go to the pack-a-punch to get, you know, your
yeah, you see things like dead wire you'd get in the traits now, but when you go to the thing to get your traits, it's randomized which ones you can pick from. So if you want dead wire and dead wire is not in your options, you have to get one, so that way maybe next time dead wire will be in it, that you can.
If you don't buy it, it doesn't leave as well. So you have to buy it, so then next round a new one comes. So you have to. It doesn't change every round. Like if it changed like every, I don't know, 5 rounds, you know, like the higher rounds you are, like
or whatever,
it refreshed, that'd be cool. But no, you have to waste a heart on a shitty one that you don't want, so you can try and have a chance. But then you don't get to upgrade your fucking god bullshit as well. And getting the fucking everything, like your perks to full upgrade, is so fucking annoying in this game. Like you're always broke, and you never have salvage. Salvage is so fucked. Getting in this game, you don't get like level 3 armor until way fucking later into the game, and it's so hard to get set up, and it's so shit. Like the Easter egg, right? So
I
I've
haven't
seen
finished the Easter egg yet, by the way.
I was going to ask a question, because I know you played with Rhino. You guys were working to complete it. I know if you actually finished it or not.
We haven't beaten it, but I've seen people do it, and it is so fucking. It's almost the exact same boss fight as the last one, where you shoot.
Yeah, it is the same chick. She's got the masks.
Yeah, but she's blue instead of being red. Yeah. And then they tease the next map, which is going to be in the desert, and then they fucking end. And then you're just like, what?
That's so fucking stupid.
There's so much wrong with it. Like the perk system has been fucked since day one. And there's people like saying this is like good and you should buy Vanguard now. Like, please shut the fuck up. Like, why the fuck
up?
If you're a zombies player, like if you don't like multiplayer or campaign, right? There's no reason to buy this. Like, no, I wouldn't even pay $15 for this
Yeah.
zombies experience. Honestly, like if this wasn't free and I had to pay $20, like back in the day, you know, I'd be asking for a refund, because this is bare fucking minimum for zombies. Like,
Yeah.
like there's zombies, like at least it's round base, but
Mhm.
it kind of feels weird because the zombies are so much faster as well.
Mhm. Yeah,
and I
the
don't-
zombies get faster quicker as well.
Yeah, like round 5, they're already running, and I don't know if I like that or not because I know it speeds it up, right? But
Mhm.
you take the since it's so hard to get money and stuff, you're always in a shit state kind
Well,
of thing.
Cold War did that. They found the answer to that. There was that thing you could turn on where it puts them on bath salt mode.
Yeah,
if you want to burn through the first round so quick.
Yeah, like they should have done that again, not fucking make them cracked like crackheads on this
Yeah.
as well. Like from the get go, it's stupid.
So one thing I will say in its defense, now keep in mind the bar is so fucking low for Vanguard zombies that I think this is the best Vanguard zombies has done.
Yeah, this is
It's literally the best and worst.
Yes. Yeah, it's the best of the worst. It's a dry turd instead of a wet sloppy turd.
Yeah, but I'd even say this is like the worst version. Like maybe it's better than the World at War version, of course, just
because of how dated that game is in a lot of ways. I mean,
Yeah.
I love World at War. I say World at War is my favorite, but I
But
can't
it's very-
deny how dated that game is.
Yeah, like I'd say this is probably the second worst version of Shima Numa. Like, because I don't really like the nighttime. It makes it, I don't know, like because you used to, like, because it's always been in the day, right?
Mhm.
I think just making it night was just like a cheap. Hey, look how much different it is. You know what I mean? Like a cheap cop out.
One thing we got to touch on though is there is no dogs.
No
Which
dogs.
is stupid. And the fact that they say fetch me their souls during the dog round, but there's no dogs. There's like suicide bombing zombies.
And we used to call them Gladuses in
Yeah.
fucking Cold War. Like
Yeah.
they were a reskin of Gladys. It's so stupid.
Now the reason it was so stupid, it's like why would you have the lines fetch me their souls? I mean, come on, how more fucking on the nose does it have to be? That's clearly about a dog.
How the fuck are you not going to add dogs to the first map that did have dogs? I don't understand. You know what I mean? Like this brought that that round of, oh sweet, I'm going to get a max ammo now, and you don't even add in hellhounds to the first map that had hellhounds. Like that made it fucking iconic. It's so stupid, and I fucking hate the operator system. Not having. Like this could have been the first map they added a cast or something, and it would have been a cool throwback to the first time they. Because you could get, I reckon easily they could get rid of the operator system for zombies, but they just want to make money so you can use it, and $30. But if they added actual characters instead of these gods, because I find them so fucking annoying in this map.
The gods are just they're MCU characters, man. The way they talk.
Yep. They're so fucking annoying, and
I mean
if
they
added
MCU characters that make the cringe jokes.
Yeah, they're so shit. If they added original characters to this, I probably would fucking love it as well, like a lot more.
You know, this goes back to just the very first topic we had. It's like when you have a winning formula, like with
Don't change it.
When you've got a runaway hit, when you've got something that absolutely works and that fans absolutely fucking loved, why fuck it up and change it?
Yeah.
And the other thing with that is like, you know, the name Activision. When you hear Activision's doing zombies, you're like, oh, no shit. And then you get this, you're like, oh, that's see, like the next zombie mode they do, people are gonna be, you know, they're gonna be a bit like, should I? The last one was pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
You know, you're only as good as your last one, is what I'm getting at here. And I mean, they've had years and years, you know, of being really good, maybe with some dips here and there.
Yeah.
But never to this extent where you go, this is actually fucking awful.
Where a fucking shill, Mr. Ruffle Waffles, is literally telling people not to buy it. He's saying wait for a sale for $15. I wouldn't even pay that, but
PhD slider.
Yeah, it just it's in such a shit state. This feels like a demo. Even this map still feels like a demo to what we had. You know what I mean? This
How do you
feels like
feel about random perks in random spots?
that's been in the game since like the first one. I was actually going to be a bit upset because when I seen the jug not in the spot, I thought they got rid of it. Right? It is a bit annoying because you do get lost a fair bit. Because I've played this map, but I haven't played it because I came in Black Ops 2, right? So when this map came out, I didn't really play it too much. Like I played it, I went back and played it, but I didn't, I wasn't like on the grind for it. So I still get a bit lost, and it is a bit hard to tell people. But I think it's good that they did add it though, because I reckon changing that would have just pissed me off even more. Honestly.
So speaking of pissed off, you're a lot more dialed into the zombies community than anyone else I know.
Yeah.
Are people absolutely flipping their shit about the Wonder Waffle retcon?
Oh, so much so. Like, Mr. T. Lexify didn't even fucking play this map. So what he did as a troll was he played the Black Ops 3 version, because they did a Black Ops 3 version of just a remake of this map, like Shima Numa.
Yeah.
He played that in the Vanguard section. So people would click on his stream thinking, oh, we're going to see the new Vanguard. He was playing Black Ops 3's version. He was the top streamer in that section. One of the top section. So he had more people watching him play the old version than some of the big streamers with the new version. How fucked is that?
I fucking respect that troll so much. I respect it.
The thing is, people stayed though, and like they watched him try to get to around 100 on the old version. Then this new version, people are so checked out of this. And why the fuck are they making another map? They should have ended it with this map. They could have easily just gone, all right, here we go. Here's your round base map.
Taking the L.
We're taking the L. We're gonna because they're making the Call of Duty for 2024, right? And and so they could be using this time to making that fucking game like fucking top tier. You know what I mean? Like, why are they wasting a small? Like, I know it's a lot. The team's a lot smaller, who's working on Vanguard Zombies, but that's still time and effort that they could be putting in 2024 COD, because their rival Deviant Games, in my opinion, the reason why I call them the rival is because a lot of Treyarch employees left to make that company. They're actually releasing their game in 2024 as well. So they're gonna have. I know that probably the release time will be different, but a lot of people are gonna look at Deviant Games and Treyarch and be like which one's better, because like the Deviant
That's the
Games
system there that we're talking about.
It's so stupid. That was like one of my favorite parts of like in Cold War was like I like being able to like pick and control how I want to get my perks and like get my setup and build as I go. I fucking can't stand like that's just so stupid. Why you're gonna like I have to randomly roll for the shit that I want and that I need.
Yeah,
for my playstyle for the guns I want to use. That makes no fucking sense. Again, it comes back to when you've got a fucking winning formula, when you got something that clearly fucking works, that people like. They have people making fucking content about. Why fucking just do an about face and say, fuck it. We'll go with it. Just eat this shit.
Something that was in the trailer that wasn't in the game was the airstrikes.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? Yeah.
So I thought they were bringing back craftables, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just not in the fucking game, and you can clearly see it's like an airstrike thing, right? Like I'm pretty sure we pointed it out when we watched the trailer.
Yeah,
like,
it's missiles coming down.
You can literally see missiles. That's not in the game. That's not an Easter egg step. That's nothing. It's not in the game. So they fucking lied in their trailer. They've added something.
I will keep in mind though, in the same trailer, there was a piece of salvage that was floating. So God knows what the fuck happened with that.
Yeah. But that's a lot different to a whole feature.
Yeah, a feature like a.
I want to say something kind of amazing mean right now. It's like every time we're talking how fucking long you stay on level 27. I understand it's round based, but how fucking long is a round in this thing?
On the higher rounds, it does take a while, but since the zombies are already so fast, it's very like look how like how fast it is. It's fucked. And like look, he's like round 27 and the perks are fucking level 3, level 2, and only 5 perks as well. It's pretty shit. Going from Cold War where you have I can't remember how many you have.
Look how fucked I am. I can't get out.
Yeah.
Cold War, you have
And
like a dozen perks.
This is the fucking wonder weapon as well. Like normal, like the only good gun is that shotgun that he's using and the wonder weapon. Every other gun is shit. In this game, and also being able to buy Pack-a-Punch guns in the mystery box is so fucking stupid. You can get Pack-a-Punch guns from the box now, and I reckon that's really stupid as well. Like you're almost making the Pack-a-Punch useless because you've already taken away its second use, like being able to add in the dead wire and all that, and now I can just go buy the mystery box and get a fucking level 2 fucking gun and for
Especially
900
when you consider like how expensive it is now to upgrade and how much less points you make.
I mean, Cold War, like I could have my gun triple packed and I could be fully perked out before even level 20. But that's because beyond level 20 going forward, you really start to need all that until like the loot, the stuff you want to buy starts getting up to like purple and then finally gold, and you get the gold. If you don't have the what the fuck is it called? I'm stupid. Not the exotic, but like the ray gun and shit that you can, if you can get one of those. If you don't have one of those, you can at least get the gold and then you can pack. Or if you got your own gun, you can still take it to the machine and upgrade its rarity until you get it all the way to legendary.
Yeah.
But you want to get established before you get to that, even if it's a level 20, you want to be established, have all your shit ready because you know how intense it's going to really start getting from that point out. The fact that you don't even have like any of your perks max, like you're so far behind and that's level 27, that's just fucking stupid.
The last upgrade, and you only get like a little bit of extra health from Jug, right? Mm-hmm. It's like 7,500, and you get like an extra hit. You get one extra hit for 7,500 points. How shit? That's so shit. Like compared to where Cold War is, you grinded crystals, but like the first couple times it was pretty hard because you got tier 1 Jug. But then the more you played, the more you grinded, the easier the game became because the stronger you were.
Cold War very quickly just said, fuck it, we'll make you overpowered. And they committed to it, and it ended up being fun.
It was so much fun. Here, you don't even get challenges anymore. Remember in Cold War where you could do the challenges, earn like a ray gun? That
was such a cool thing. I enjoyed that because it added just diversity to the level. Instead of just, you're not trying to kill zombies, but you got to kill them within this location, or you have to be crouched, or you got to get melee. Yeah, I love adding that extra dynamic, that extra challenge to it. And then like with the guns and stuff, the rewards you got were, always fairly good. Like, like I was always happy with them. And then like Scott was saying, like, so like these maps, like, are they all permanently fucking nighttime?
No, the desert ones are the day.
Yeah, desert's at day. But so far it's been 2 night maps, and the only reason why they do night is kind of the same reason why they did so much fog in fucking Transit is like just so they don't have to do so much like fucking work on the outside type of thing. Because in the Black Ops 3 version of Numa, the like when you look outside the map, it looks fucking awesome. But Vanguard, you can't see shit like on the outside of the map. It just looks, normal. You don't really have. And so that's kind of another reason why they kind of did that, is so they didn't have to do so much work on the outside of it. And that kind of sucks about another thing. And then
there's
so much shit.
So they didn't have to work.
And
And that's essentially just what this shows. It seems so fucking cheap and lazy. It's where the perk system, it does of them, but again, you grind it for each of them to make them stronger. Like you earned your ability to be strong in this game. This you don't get to keep anything. There's nothing to upgrade. It's all in game, and that's it. You don't keep shit. Like if you can get a perk all the way to level 4 in this game, reset. You got regrind again.
If you're not using this shotgun, you're gonna die because it's the only good gun. Like every other gun, no joke, is dog shit. They haven't changed it as well. This is the only gun that people have been using since Durham Fung
it started,
and they haven't done anything on like balance wise for guns. It's so stupid.
There's also a reason they picked Numa because people were like, "Hey, well, they know that people love the map because it's a classic map.
Yeah,
like it goes all the way back to World at War. So there's a lot of like history, and it's quite ironic that they picked this map to throw a lot of continuity in the bin.
It's so
with the Wonder Waffle.
That's so, dude. They could have had this awesome story. Imagine this is how you get it. You go because everything's been from the old universe. Everything's been chucked in the dark universe, right? The dark ether. Imagine if they found the Wonder Wolf. You had to do a quest to get into the dark ether, and you fucking pull the Wonder Wolf out of the fucking ground. And so it's still Richtofen who made it, but it's now the Wonder Wolf is in this new universe, right? That could have been so fucking sick, but no, some dickhead fucking makes it, and you're just like, oh. So now anyone can make it. The reason why Richtofen fucking made that is because he used to love to torture the zombies because he's a fucking insane motherfucker. Like he wanted to burn, like electrify zombies for fun. He loves it. Like when he uses the Wonder Wolf, he's like, oh my sweeties and all this.
Oh
shit.
my sweeties!
Like he's fucked in the head. But now you just get some normal, like I don't know, like some guy who's not even crazy or anything because he's so annoying. He should have been the first boss fight in Durham Fung just to get rid of the cunt. Honestly, like the boss is so boring now. You know, what's his name? Fuck. The German guy in this is so boring.
Fuck knows what their name is. I haven't paid attention to any of it in this game. It's just
like the boss is so shit, and I'm so sick of they added chaos as well, and that was actually the most hated thing about Black Ops 4. And when Black Ops 4 first came out, there was two storylines: chaos and ether. Chaos was meant to be its own thing because they were wrapping up ether. So ether is meant to be over, but chaos was so shit that they had to continue ether even though it was meant to be done. And so now they're adding chaos to this storyline, which makes no sense because the guy that made chaos never wanted it to be in this universe, but he ended up leaving Treyarch. And so now them adding that, it makes no fucking sense because there's no element 115 in chaos storyline. So I don't know how they're going to do it. I really don't know how it makes sense. So that
115, it's just bleh. I mean, I liked the transit crew. They were funny. Misty was really fun to play as, and then you had Russ Man, who was just a walking meme. But
okay, so here's my question for you. So Modern Warfare 2 comes out. What do you want to see in zombies?
It's not getting it.
It's not getting it.
Okay, let me rephrase that. 2024. You're getting a zombies.
Yep.
What do you want in zombies? Like
Cold War perk system, but Black Ops 3 maps. So the reason why I didn't really like Cold War that much is the maps were so bland and not very zombie-like. So this Vanguard does look more like zombies. Like visually, the maps, like in the way they are, do look more like zombies, but it just doesn't feel like zombies. You know what I mean? Like it's just a shittier version. So if they added Cold War with better maps and a fucking better storyline, because I fucking hate this storyline right now. I don't understand what's going on. I don't give a fuck. So I want to know like Richtofen like being in the CIA, like that's so fucking cool. You know
yeah, the way Cold War ended.
Yeah, like it seems like he's the top guy in the CIA, right? I want to learn about that. They have to bring back the old perks system, and there's this map that we've always wanted, and it's always been teased. They were meant to do it in Black Ops 4, but Activision cut it because people were hating Black Ops 4 zombies. It's called the Great War, right? Like there's always been this a story about this Great War that happened between these two aliens who like Dr. Monty and the Shadow Man, right? And they like you help Dr. Monty in Black Ops 3, but he ends up betraying you in Black Ops 4, but you never got to kill him. And I would love to see the Great War actually play out because we don't actually know, because you're meant to be a big part of the Great War, like Richtofen, Takio, Nikolai, and Tank Dempsey. They're meant to be a big part of it, but they never got to make that map.
Yeah.
So I would love for them to be finally able to tell the Great War story. That would be fucking awesome.
I want everything Moz has said, but I also want them to bring back 115.
Yes. For some reason, 115 isn't in this, even in Vanguard. And even though it's meant to, it's still the same zombies, but yeah, it's real weird because some things like the monkey bomb, like who made the monkey bomb in this universe? Because that was Group 935, and that's Richtofen's group. There's so many things that they haven't explained, but are there for no reason. Like, because it makes no sense that the ray gun is in Vanguard as well, because in Cold War, it was Richthofen who made the ray gun. Because you hear one of the people, I forget their name, but you know how in Vanguard, not Vanguard, Cold War, it was people on the radio talking to you.
Yeah.
They say, I forget the name of the group, but they say the group made that, and you later find out that was Richthofen, right? And so the ray gun being in Vanguard is like how many years? Like World War II and Cold War, like how many years difference is that? You know what I mean?
20, 30.
So that makes
40.
no sense being in there. So it kind of just feels like they're just adding stuff without actually explaining it. You know what I mean? Like they used to be so good at explaining stuff and the reason why stuff would always be there, but now it's like they don't give a fuck and they're just chucking in. Oh, they'll remember the ray gun. Oh, they'll remember the Wonder War
berries.
Yeah, yeah. It's so fucked.
They're chucking They're basically chucking memories to try to get you interested again, but they're not. They don't even like know. They don't even fucking can keep track of their own lore or anything.
The monkey isn't even as cool anymore as well. He used to have these funny quotes.
Hi, monkey, wanna play? Oh, shit like that.
And your character would go, "Oh, that monkey, mad."
Yeah, was it Tank Dempsey? It'd go, "These things freak me the fuck out."
Yeah, and Nikolai would be like, poor monkey go boom." Like,
yeah. They used to say crazy shit. Rick Tofan would be like, "Oh, I got the monkey."
Oh, when they even little things like when they would drink the perk system. My favorite line. One of my favorite lines is when Nikolai drinks Quick Revive, he goes, "Oh, tastes like cat's piss," like just dumb things like that. That have just been.
It's completely lost all its comedy. Like they used to say fucking wild shit. Even in 5, they said some fucking crazy shit in 5 where you're playing as all like American presidents from the past. You're like, what the fuck did JFK just say? Like that's pretty fucking wild.
They even like Tank Dempsey, when you ran out of ammo, he would go, "Drop the chips, gamer, and give me some ammo."
Yeah, he played and they used to do shit like he used to do like make fun of Activision.
Yeah,
Treyarch as well. Go, Treyarch, what were you thinking?
Oh, like when he switches on the power, like in one of the DLC maps, he goes, "Oh, power, how original, Treyarch."
Yeah, oh, we're doing power again.
Yeah,
and was it like Nikolai? He'd be like, "Oh, let me guess, we have to turn on power again."
Where's the Pack-a-Punch machine? Just like stuff like cool shit like that. Like just completely gone and just
they just lost that originality. They just got fucking lazy.
They need to add in characters. That's another thing. If it's operators for zombies, I don't mind operators in Warzone. And
I'm cool with it in Warzone. Makes total sense there,
right? But when you're telling a story, and your character doesn't fucking matter. You're just some dumb soldier, and you do not care. Like, why the fuck do we even care that in Cold War, right? This is Cold War. Sorry, gone on another tangent. But in Cold War, our characters get arrested, right? But why the fuck do we care? Because we don't even know these people. You know what I mean?
They don't talk.
Like if this was
Not really.
Richtofen or like Tank Dempsey, imagine Tank Dempsey being arrested. We'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, holy shit. Like stuff like that. But with operators, you lose that connection. You know what I mean? You don't like if one of our characters quote unquote dies, it's just a nobody who just died. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
no one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
But all right, on that note, I think we're gonna start to wrap it up here. This has been a fantastic episode of Gronking on Dogs. Thank you, Mr. Insanity, for coming on.
Oh man.
Two things. Plug
Yeah.
the Twitch. It is the pinned comment down. It is the pinned comment, so make sure you follow him.
Fuck yeah.
That's what we got coming up, and we need you to say the words "Gronking on Dogs."
All right. So I am going to be playing on streaming for next, probably about, honestly, I think I'm going to go about the next 4 days or so. I'll be doing some. I keep hitting Rebirth Island because I'm fucking. That's like my fucking crack. I have to keep playing it. I'm going to be playing a little bit Apex Legends too. Especially now that the map's going to change, I'm going to be going back into playing some of the ranked for that. But you guys catch me over on my channel. Yeah, I've been streaming. I think today is day 9, actually. Yeah, so I'm probably coming up on double digit days. Oh man, but yeah, so that'll be later. And what? All right, so what I gotta say?
Gronking on Dogs.
Yeah, Gronking on Dogs.
How thick do I need to lay it on?
I'm gonna gronk on some dogs.
Try and do better than that.
I'm gonna gronk on some dogs.
Why'd you turn Scottish? Okay, we'll go with that. We got a Scottish person on. Hey, I'm gonna gronk on some dogs, eh?
Some Scottish and Japanese.
Japanese.
Dogs?
Gronkuru on Inaru.
Dog shit.
God.
Yeah, but be sure to follow Mr. Insanity. Again, it is the pinned comment. I'll probably, who am I kidding? I will hop on at some stage to play Warzone with him as well because I quite like it as well now. That map's so good. And Mozza, you fucking dog. What about you?
We got the Apex split. We're putting Storm Point in the fucking bin. Finally, it's fucking gone. I can grind. I can actually I can gronk on some dogs in Apex again and actually have fun. I'm gonna be plat, baby. I'm going to fucking plat. I want to go to diamond. Fuck plat. I want a diamond. Man, I'm sick of these dogs shit talking and shit. I'm ready to gronk on them.
Oh, that's right. Before we end, Mozza has to call a few people out.
All right, Nick Merckx. He said, all right. I like the streamer girl, but she said the fucking new ranking system was good. Now she fucking changed her mind because we lost 20% of the fucking ranked player base, and now they're changing it and they're going to make it actually good. And also, Stormpoint is a piece of shit. And Nick Merckx fucking liked the new ranking system. He changed his fucking mind because it's fucking dog shit at the moment. It was like it was just too hard. Like 30 RP on fucking Silver 3, losing 30 RP it's just gonna encourage rats. Now they're minusing it by like 10 RP. So fuck them guys. Whoever liked the new ranking system, and especially if you fucking like Stormpoint, I've seen you motherfuckers trying to defend Stormpoint. Shut the fuck up. Holy crap. Like you don't deserve the fucking talk. Holy crap. You should lose your speaking privileges. Honestly. Fucking hell.
What's worse, Stormpoint defenders or Vanguard zombie defenders?
Oh, fuck.
Vanguard zombies, surely.
Vanguard zombies. Vanguard zombies. Just because of Durham Funk. Any motherfucker that defended Durham Funk honestly deserved the fucking... I hate to say it. They didn't deserve to be fucking on this planet. Holy fuck. They should have sent them to the fucking moon. Holy shit.
We're gonna send them to the moon.
I wish I could send them to the moon. Elon, hit me up. We're gonna send some dumb fucks to the moon. Fucking
All
hell.
right. Well, on that note, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in to another episode of Gronking on Dog.
I'm gonna gronk on some dogs.
And a big shout out to Mr. Insanity. And we'll be back next week to...
I'm gonna gronk on some dogs. I got nothing.
See you nothing. All right, we'll see you all later. Much love, everyone. Bye.
Oh, sorry. You probably thought I was a drop bear. No, it's me, Bush Barbie. And today, I'm here to talk to you about dingers. Because like you, this bush has seen a cockatoo. Regardless if you like it deep in the bush or prefer it in the outback, make sure you look after your wombat hole. So many critters can get down there. And believe me, it's enough to make your dango go drier than a dead dingo's donger in the desert. So don't do it. Even if he is a fun guy. Yeah, so by all means go wild. Just make sure you take a moment, in the moment, to use a moment, so you can keep the devil out of your Tassie and the jelly out of your box. That's it.